Hey there, everyone. I'm here with my mom, Amy Corner. She is a second grade teacher at Onika Elementary. We're going to ask her a couple of questions today having to do with technology in her workplace and dealing with different communication barriers. So, first question for you, Mom. How have you used technology to help communication in the field?
I really think in the last about 5, 10 years since I've been a teacher for 10 years, that technology has totally changed the way that we teach and the way that we are able to share ideas and learn from each other. The instant communication pieces that have been so valuable to me as a teacher. I can communicate with the entire school by sending an email to Onika with a note, with a concern, with a question. Also, an amazing tool that we use is through the Google Calendar. For instance, on next week, I'm going to do a class with Art with Amy. I invite all the other second grade teachers, there's 5 of them, to come. And I do that just by entering the guest emails. And so now I've invited all of my coworkers to come to Art. I can tell them where to go and a quick description. And then a great feature is adding an attachment so they know not only what to bring to the lesson, but what to have ready in their classroom when they would get back to their class to actually do the art. That is those couple pieces really have helped communication. And that finally too, we can do like a group sign up on a share a document with everyone where there's a third grade concert, and we were able just to put our name in, and then that's our spot. So that's great.
Perfect, perfect. Second question for you. Have you dealt with cultural barriers in your classroom, and what have you done to overcome them?
And we do deal with cultural barriers a little bit. I think the kids, second graders, they're 8 years old, and they don't have too much of their own, but the parents sometimes influence them on how they feel about other people from other cultures. So it's a great opportunity for me to help teach the kids that we are all the same. We may look a little different, but very much the same on the inside. So what I do is I actually have a little global learning folder here in my drive, and I've had parents come in. Grace's dad was from Africa and gave us wonderful ideas and pictures of Africa. Nandy's mom came to us from Trinidad. That's where she grew up as a little girl, and invited her into the classroom. She was with us for like an hour, sharing pictures. As soon as they load, I'll pop a couple up. They're just gorgeous of that area and the people there. Colorful, vibrant, just a wonderful ability to access pictures and share on my smartboard, which is a huge screen, interactive screen that we use all the time. So that cultural piece, hopefully those barriers come down once they see it's just a beautiful land and beautiful people.
Perfect, thank you. Question three. How do you use technology in the classroom? And then any problems you have faced or come across with people not understanding, and what do you do to help them?
Okay, I use quite often, weekly at least, Google Classroom. So I set up my Google Classroom, very easy to do. Gave all my kids the number to join my class, and this is just an example. We do many projects, but the jokes and riddles here is a collaborative assignment that they all worked on at the same time. I always have some I can statements ready up on the board. But it was fun to see the kids all typing at the same time. The question mark, we created a live link by inserting the link to the page with the answer. So mine was, what subject do snakes like best? And it comes up through that live link, hitting that question mark as history. So that the kids had a blast. But again, working on a collaboration project is important. That's what they're going to be doing. There's technology helps learning. Biggest problem is sometimes technology just doesn't quite work right, or some of the kids are opening up their documents, some of them can't open it up. And I just say, hey, that's technology. Let's just relax. We'll take a deep breath, find another solution. So we've got a media specialist who comes in with me as I teach these, and she's great as an extra adult. And my class will go, and it's kind of funny, we call it butt share, the chair, with another class and teach them what we've learned. So the two second graders are sitting down at one computer, and that has been huge. Or else I'll send what I say tech coaches. It's like 4 or 5 of my really tech savvy students, and they're 8 years old, and they'll go help a teacher teach the lesson.
That's fantastic. Last, looking for an example of bad communication with a boss in past history.
One that comes to my mind is we were having some issues with the dress code for teachers, and teachers, especially in the summertime, started wearing shorts. Even if they were looking kind of professional, they were still shorts and open to sandals or flip flops, kind of just getting pretty comfy. And the boss really was having no part of that. So she'd see people wearing flip flops and kind of bust them, and that would frustrate the teachers. But I think really with clear communication, with having it said right up front, absolutely not, professional attire only, nothing else is acceptable. That would just be a game changer. That nobody has to go through that frustration. So clear communication on all ends, I think, is critical.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much, Mom, for answering those questions for us. And again, if you have any more questions, she said she is free to questions from her email. So.
Absolutely, Max can share it with you. I'd be happy to tell you more about any of the things that we discussed.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.